All right, hey everybody, so welcome to another After We Collided movie video. Now today's video is talking about what do I want from the film. When the film is getting ready to come out, or when the film is getting closer to coming out, I'll make another video talking about what I want in terms of different scenes from the book, in terms of, oh, I want the 9 days, in terms of, oh, I want the Tessa Molly fight, in terms of, I want, this, and this. But today's video, I wanted to talk about the R rating, because that's one of the main things that they are hyping up with this film, with Anna Todd saying that she cannot wait for us to see how R-rated the film is, with us knowing that, it's in her contract, with, several scenes that have, sort of like leaked out in terms of, the casting notices. We know that they're going for an R. We know that they are shooting for an R, especially in terms of the leaked promo footage that we saw when Tessa said, Hardin, you have two options. You can either fuck me or leave. Yeah, that's an R rating right there. But I kind of wanted to talk a little bit more about the R rating today and what I want specifically from the R rating. And the best way how I can describe this is, back in 2017, one of my favorite films of 2017 is a film called Logan, which is the Hugh Jackman final Wolverine performance that he gave. And when that film was getting ready to come out, one of the biggest concerns that I had, and I think a lot of other people had walking into that film, was, oh, they're just going to use the R rating for the graphic violence, or they're just going to use the R rating to have Logan say, the word fuck a couple more times. But one of the main surprises that I had coming out of that film, and the reason why that film, easily became one of my favorite films of 2017, and why I said that that film should have been nominated for Best Picture that year, is due to the fact that they also used the R rating to tell a more mature story, to actually tell an adult-oriented story, and they use the R rating, for the story, to actually tell a more mature story. And that's what I want from After We Collided in terms of the R rating. I want them to also use the R rating to tell a more mature story. I don't just want to be sitting there for 2 hours going like, oh, you just use this R rating to say the word fuck a couple more times, or you just use the R rating, to just show some more graphic sex. Basically an immature R-rated movie. That's not what I want. I want a very mature R-rated movie. I want them to actually use the R rating to tell a little bit more of a mature storyline this time. I want them to be able to use the R rating, to show us the arguments between Hessa. I want them to actually use the R rating and actually feel like they've actually earned the R rating, not just simply by, just saying the word fuck a couple more times, or by showing some graphic sex scenes, because this movie is going to be like the ultimate test for me, because in After We Fell, there is something that happens in After We Fell that, for me personally, I'm not going to speak for anybody else, but for me personally, if you're going to do a storyline like this in After We Fell, this little part that happens in After We Fell that the fans want, that the fans have nearly ripped my head off, whenever I've even suggested that they not do this, the two things that you need to do to actually, do this storyline is, one, you actually have to grow up and be an adult, and two, you actually have to earn the right to tell this kind of story. You have to prove that you have earned the right to tell this kind of story, and that's what I want them to do with this film, with After We Collided. I want them to show me that they can be mature enough to handle this particular storyline from After We Fell, because not only are you dealing with this subject matter in After We Fell, you're also going to be dealing with this subject matter in After We Collided. Now let me go ahead and, because even people who have never read the books, you still saw the first film, so I can go ahead and kind of spoil this. In the first movie, there's like this big throwaway moment, which should not have been a throwaway moment whatsoever, where Hardin and Tessa are at Karen and Ken's wedding, where Hardin reveals to Tessa that his mom was sexually assaulted. Now, because we know that Hardin's nightmares, where he will have flashbacks to what happened to his mom, will be included in After We Collided. To me, that will be the ultimate test, because I think that they completely botched that storyline in After, because it was like such a throwaway, speech that it took me about a few seconds to even realize that that's exactly the story that they were telling when Hardin and Tessa were at the wedding and he's kind of telling her what happened that night. It just took me like a few seconds to even, process that. So he's finally telling her what happened to his mom. Like, like you would think that like this would have like, more of a, build up to it. You would think that this would have like more of like a fanfare to it, more than just like a simple, throwaway speech at the wedding. Hero finds Tiffin gave a great performance in that moment. By the way, I'm not knocking his performance. I'm knocking the writing, and I'm knocking how they handled it in the first film. So because there's like a much bigger sexual assault storyline in After We Fell, After We Collided will be the ultimate test for me to see if they are mature enough to actually handle this, and if they can actually handle, a sexual assault storyline better than they did in the first film. Now, I trust Roger Kumble. I trust Anna Todd because she actually wrote the books, and I think that she also handled the sexual assault in After We Fell beautifully. I mean, I cannot wait to see, how they handle it in After We Fell. I cannot wait to see, that section, because like I've said on Twitter, if they can nail that storyline in After We Fell, that could end up being like an Oscar-worthy, an award-worthy moment for the person who it happens to in After We Fell. Again, I'm trying to tap dance around who it actually happens to in After We Fell. So there's like no spoilers here. Please do not spoil it down in the comment section. But that's like one of my biggest concerns walking into After We Collided, is that I want them to actually, earn the R rating. I don't just want them to use the R rating to, say the word fuck a couple more times, or, to show some graphic sex, which if you want that, that's fine. I mean, because it's the book, it'd be like, okay, that's fine by me, but I'll still come out and say, hey, I was a little bit disappointed, and, hey, I wanted more than this, because that's just me. I want more than just simply an R rating that was used just to say the word fuck a couple more times, or to show some graphic sex. I want them to use the R to deal with, to actually, show us, a very, more mature story. That's what I want them to use the R for. I want them to use the R to also tell a very mature, more adult storyline this time around. I know that a lot of people are going to have a lot of opinions about this, so jump down to the comment section below. Let me know what you think. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your continued love and support. As always, remember, if you like what you see here and you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and let's go through all the stuff you'll be able to find on this channel right now. So every day, I'll be doing daily uploads of read-throughs where I literally go through different books and read to you guys page by page, chapter by chapter. All 7 books of the After series by Anna Todd and It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover are now on the channel to their completion. My next read-through is the Gabriel series by Sylvain Renard. I just recorded my first read-through of that, so that'll be up tomorrow. And these will be daily uploads barring any types of personal illnesses or issues. Now that we have the official green light of the After We Collided movie, I'll be bringing you guys constant updates on that, so keep looking forward to that. You guys are going to be so updated that you'll be begging me to stop the updates. And those updates will also cover After We Fell and After Ever Happy. So once we get the green light on those 2 films, I'll also be bringing you guys constant updates on those as well. Every other day, I'll be doing different topics that come up in the After fandom. So if there's a topic out there that you guys want to see me talk about, you can either jump down to the comment section below, or you can find me on either Twitter, email, or my Facebook. All the relevant information is on the About section of the channel. As always, remember, this channel would not be able to grow to the heights that it has without you guys, and so for that, I'm eternally grateful. You know, and I know there are plenty of After fans, old and new, who have no idea that this channel exists, so keep sharing the channel, keep spreading the word of Charles's Movie Channel, because this will easily be one of the best After series channels that you'll find right here on YouTube, or dare I say anywhere. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Keep liking, keep commenting, keep subscribing, keep sharing. My name is Charles. Welcome to the After series channel. I'll see you later, After fans, After naters. Take care, y'all. Love you.